Welcome to RAAONLINE. Today's topic of discussion is Introduction to Bones. The competency of the topic is describe the composition of bone and bone marrow, describe the parts, blood supply and nerve supply of long bone, enumerate the law of ossification and enumerate the special features of sesamoid bone. Bone is otherwise known as osteon or os. It is a specialized connective tissue. It gives rigid, hard framework of our body. Actually, it is not an inert material. It is highly vascular as well as it is richly supplied by nerves and lymphatics. It is a power of regeneration and repair. It gives great resilience as well as strength to our body. It has both organic and inorganic components. The organic components forms 1/3 of the bone. Pending 2/3 of the bone is formed by the inorganic components. The organic components are made up of collagen and the fiber, that is collagen fibers, and the inorganic component is mainly formed by the calcium and other salts. The function of the bone is it gives support framework of our body as well as it resists stress. It gives protection of the organs present within our body. For example, skull protects the brain. The thoracic cage protects the lungs. It provides attachment to the muscles, tendons and ligaments. At the time of locomotion, it acts like a levers. It is a storehouse for the calcium and the phosphorus. As a bone marrow, it manufactures red blood cells. As a paranasal air sinuses, it gives resonance to our voice. These are some of the functions of the bone. Let's see the composition of the bone and the bone marrow. The composition is already I told, it is made up of organic component as well as inorganic component. The broad classification is it is made up of cells and the matrix. Matrix is nothing but the fibers along with the ground substance. Together forms the matrix. The cells of the bone is osteoprogenitor cells. From there is a osteoblast, osteocytes, osteoclast as well as the bone lining cells. The bone matrix is made up of fibers as well as the ground substance. These two forms the organic component. The inorganic component is mainly by the salts. Fibers mainly by the type 1 collagen fibers and the ground substance is mainly formed by the proteoglycans as well as the glycoprotein components. The inorganic component is majority of the salts are formed by the calcium phosphate, others are calcium carbonate, fluorides, magnesium and sodium. Let's see the bone cells first. The osteoprogenitor cells are otherwise known as stem cells. So these are the precursors of other bone cells. These are developed from the mesenchymal tissue. Mesenchymal tissue is nothing but a embryonic connective tissue. So from the embryonic connective tissue, the stem cells are developed. The main function of this osteoprogenitor cells are these cells give rise to osteoblast. Let's see the osteoblast. This is the osteoblast. These are the bone forming cells. So the main function is it forms the other cells of the bone as well as it deposits organic matrix and it forms the fibers and the proteins. So the osteoblast occupies more than 5% of the bones. It is the bone forming cells. The osteoblast give rise to osteocytes. Osteocytes occupies the 95% of the bone tissue. It forms the resting bone cells. It lie in the lacuna. You will see what is lacuna and lamella in your microanatomy of the bone class. These osteocytes have cell processes. These are the cytoplasmic processes which are extending from the cell body of the cells. So these cytoplasmic processes extending into the adjacent cells through the canaliculi. The main function of this osteocytes or it maintains the integrity of the bone matrix. So along with the osteoblast, together the matrix forms the osteocytes. It maintains the integrity of the bone. Let's see the osteoclast. Osteoclasts are the large multinucleated cells. It has a special feature that is known as horse-shaped lacuna in its cell surface. The main function is bone resorption. The special feature is horse-shaped lacuna. Other than these cells, there are bone lining cells. Bone lining cells lines the surface of the bone as well as in the inner surface of the bone. So these cells are not involved in the bone formation or resorption, but the main function is help to transport the substances. So the bone lining cells also from the osteoblast cells. So that's all about the bone cells.